Welcome back, guys. Today we want to look on the 7 major mistakes every beginner farmer makes which makes him fail in poultry farm, or they fail within the first few days of operations. I don't want you to be one of them. I want you, when you start your poultry farm, to start I succeed. Guys, my name is Lenson and I assist farmers launch successful poultry farms. In the past 3 years, we introduced Saso F1, and which we sell at 25 Kenya shillings per chick. And we have also introduced now of recent the commercial layers and the broilers. Commercial layers we are selling at 160 and the broilers at 100 shillings. And the good thing with working with us is that we not only provide you with these quality chicks, we ensure that you do the right thing from the beginning to the end. From the construction of the poultry house, we go and train you on poultry management out to the time we are going to go with you to the market. That's the best thing with us. So guys, welcome. Very many farmers begin poultry farms, and just like any other business, within the first few years of operation, the business fails. Or you realize the business is at the knees. They start with around 50 chicks, 100 chicks or 500 chicks, but they fail. They make these major 7 mistakes, which we are going to discuss into details, which cause them now to close down their poultry farms. The first mistake which many farmers make is failure to observe the biosecurity measures. When we talk of biosecurity measures, here we are addressing the biosecurity and the access controls. And when we talk of biosecurity, we talk on how should people handle the birds, the interaction of people with the birds, and how the workers also should handle the birds, and how visitors should come to the farm. I normally advise farmers, don't allow visitors to get into your poultry house. Despite their rank, despite the orders they are going to give you, don't allow them to come into the poultry house. In fact, in our breeder farm, we are planning to have a CCTV. Let me show you where we are going to install it. We are going to have a camera inside the poultry house. We have a very big screen over here where the farmers will be seen. If they want to see the chicken inside the coop, they will just be seeing them at that screen when they are just standing where I'm standing now, so that they may not be able now to bring any disease in the poultry house. And this is a major mistake very many farmers make. You realize when very many people start poultry farming, they are more excited. They want to show people, we have started this business, come and see what we are doing. But what normally happens, a disease to move from one place to the other is very simple, and this is how disease moves from one poultry farm to the other. Before you enter any poultry farm, you must have stayed for around 48 hours before interact with any chicken before you come to any poultry farm. But many farmers are ignorant about this, which make them to run at a loss. If a farmer now or a person now comes in contact with a sick chicken, then they come to your poultry farm, you will realize this is how now the disease will just enter into a poultry farm with ease, without even struggling. It will enter into your poultry farm. You just step on the poop of affected birds, then the person comes to your poultry farm. That is how the disease is going to come to your poultry farm. You just go and borrow poultry feeders on triggers which were used by sick birds. Then you come to use them in your poultry farm. You have brought the disease now in your poultry farm, and you need to do these basic things to ensure that you prevent now your chicken from dying. Biosecurity measures are very key indicators, and you need to be very keen about them. The other mistake on biosecurity measures people do, people say chicken are like animals, so they tend to joke with the kind of water they give to them. If the water you are giving to your chicken, you cannot take that water. It is not good for your chicken. Avoid that water. Give them the clean water which you can personally take. And don't allow anybody to come into your poultry farm. Inside the coop, don't allow anyone, because that's how diseases are going to come into your poultry farm and you're going to kill all your birds. On biosecurity, don't mix birds of different ages. I want to show you something I'm planning to do here. This is my office. You are seen here in my breeder farm. I want to do something very small. I just want to do a demarcation at this point. I want to fence this side. Then I'm going to do a very deep footbath over here. Though is the workers who normally enter. But before you enter into my breeder farm, what the workers do, they leave their shoes over here. Then they take either the gumboots or these clogs, so that they may be able to go and interact with the birds. We are also working on how we are going to bring in more safety equipment, so that we may give our birds the best, so that when we produce now the eggs from the mother stock now to chicks, we give our farmers the best thing. So that's one thing you need to ensure that you have it in your poultry farm to ensure that you do the right thing about biosecurity. Another thing we are going to do, we had made a mistake when we were constructing this poultry house. We are going to have a footbath over here, as you can see here, just down here. Let me show you where we are going to have it. We are going to have a footbath just here on this place. Before now you go up there, you'll be dipping your legs here, then you meet another footbath over there, where you are going now to also have a footbath on that step, then you enter into poultry house. And these are things you need now in your poultry farm. One thing I normally do, I don't allow anyone to come into my breeder farm. They normally now reach at this point. Then after they reach at this point, now that's enough. We interact now in the office. Then we finish our business from there. Then we meet the other time. These are now the taplons we used now in the other time, but we changed them as you saw in the last video. We changed them. So biosecurity is very key. I want to show you some mistakes I also made in terms of biosecurity when I was making this breeder house. I just want to show you some basic things so that you may not be able to make the same. When I was building this, you realize I did not also have footbaths on the doors, as you can see. But only the shoes we use now to enter the poultry house, they are disinfected and they don't move past that stone you have seen over there. So biosecurity is very key, guys. Even on the bars, we talk of the biosecurity of the birds and also the security of the birds. This house is not one of the best when it comes now to the security of the birds. But what we have done, we have ensured that at night, because we have invested millions of money in this business, we have ensured that there is a security guard at night to guard this place, because this is not a security-proof poultry house. Because you are investing millions, I have seen people asking me, how are we going to go about it? You are investing millions of money. Don't make a mistake of doing a gamble. Employ a security guard to be part of the security team in your poultry farm, and you realize you are going to prevent thieves from stealing in your poultry farm. Let's go now to the second part. On the second mistake, very many beginner farmers normally make, which now lead now to losses. For you to rear this kind of birds, you need to have a knowledge on vaccination, because just as slight mistake on vaccination, or the vaccine fails, you are going now to lose all your birds. Vaccination is very key when it comes now to poultry farming, and this is how normally it goes. We normally ensure that when we hatch our chicks, we normally give them the Marex vaccination at day old, so that they may not come now and get the disease while at your poultry farm. The chicks will also come with a vaccination schedule, which is going to assist you to vaccinate the birds from day old at the time they are going now to mature. The other mistake farmers make now during the vaccination is that they may now give now the vaccines which are expired, or they are administered in the wrong manner, which leads now to vaccine failure. Then they get now to make losses, which will cost them a big time. So ensure that when you are administering your vaccination, make sure you get an expert who is going to guide you on how you are going to go about it in your poultry farming to prevent now these cases of vaccine failure, which can lead now to diseases now coming to your poultry farm. And if you are a beginner farmer, you don't know how to vaccinate your birds, I want to give you in brief. The first day, we normally give it Marex at the hatchery. Then day 7, you will do the first Newcastle. Then at day 14, you give now the first Guboro. Day 21, the second Guboro. Then day 28, you give the second Newcastle. Day 35, you give fall pox. Then day 42, you give now the fall typhoid. Then at week 10, make sure you deworm your chicken with a dewormer to ensure that you prevent now the birds from being affected. So ensure that you follow vaccination promptly to prevent your birds from dying at any given point. And that is a mistake which you can correct just by working with experts to ensure that you don't make a mistake in the process you want to invest your in a poultry business. So I normally advise your clients, don't make a mistake in this when it comes now to poultry farming, because it is going to cost you millions and millions of money. Let's go now to the next aspect. The reason I'm showing, let me show you. The reason I'm showing you this pen, this poultry farm is around 30 feet by 100 feet, as you can see all the way by 100 feet. The third mistake very many beginner farmers make is overcrowding of the Hence, you realize for you to keep poultry chicken in the right manner, you need to have a knowledge on how many chicken are they going to accommodate in every poultry house. And that's why we are very keen on the size of the poultry houses we make for our clients. In the terms of reference, we normally indicate the size of the poultry house and the number of birds which the poultry house can accommodate. In this manner, is advisable if you are keeping now for the commercial layers, the indigenous kienyeji or the broilers, each chicken to at least have 1 square footage. For example, you want maybe to have a poultry house for 1,000 birds. You need 1,000 square feet, then you'll be able to keep those chicken with ease. You see the deep litter system. But if it's for the commercial layers, you can use now the cage system, which is going to save you a lot of money in this manner. For example, I normally stock a maximum of 4,000 chicken here, but I normally have an excess of around 400. The real figure, I should stock only around 30 by 12, around 3,600 chicken per floor. But I normally do 4,000 in this case, but I normally overstock with only 400 birds. So don't overstock with a huge number of birds to prevent now your chicken from dying. Just make sure you go slowly by slowly, you build it slowly by slowly. Then after you do that, you realize you are going to succeed in your poultry farming journey. The other mistake very many beginner farmers make, it is when it comes now to the cleaning of the feeding apparatus and also the drinking apparatus. The same way you cannot drink tea in your yesterday's cup without washing it, is the same case with chicken. Chicken are very sensitive when it comes now to what is going to get inside them. So make sure you suspend your feeders on the air. I should have gotten in, but I've not disinfected now and not changed my clothes to show you how you should suspend them, but I'm going to show you in the next video. Suspend the feeders to prevent now washing them from daily basis. But the drinkers, it is a must if you are not using the automatic drinkers to wash them on daily basis to prevent now the birds from getting some funny diseases like coccidiosis, which can wipe your poultry farm within a single night. I don't advise farmers to continuously make these mistakes when they are doing their poultry farming. Make sure you thoroughly wash your drinkers and disinfect them each and every day to prevent now diseases now from coming to your poultry farm each and every time, so that you may not get at a loss as a beginner farmer. I want to go to the next mistake because very many farmers are making this mistake. Very many farmers, they don't know when you are brooding, you need a source of heat. If you fail to have a source of heat, when your chickens are growing, you are going to make a very major mistake, which is going to cost you millions of money. So make sure always you have a heat source. You can have a brooder jiko, a brooder bulb, a brooder pot, or even a gas brooder, so that you may not be able to make a mistake during this process of rearing your own birds. So I only advise you to make the right thing. Make sure you do the right thing and you do it in the right manner. The other mistake very many farmers make is when it comes now to feeding. You realize very many farmers, they don't know the kind of feed they should feed and how much feed they should feed their birds at each and every given point. Don't be one of the farmers who normally fail in poultry farming each and every time. So understand about how to formulate your own feeds. Understand how you should feed your birds in the right manner. Just a slight mistake, you give your birds the wrong feeds or contaminated feeds, you are going to make a mistake which is going to cost you millions of money. So make sure you give your chicken the right feed at each and any given point to ensure that you don't lose even a single chick when you are rearing your birds. So guys, these are the most basic, and you can be able to implement them in your poultry farming journey to prevent this kind of losses now occurring in your poultry farm as a beginner farmer. The last thing I want to talk about today, I want to talk about the litter management. When I talk of litter management, you need to understand on how you are going to have now this litter, which now comes from the chicken coop, how you are going to dispose it and how you are going to make it not to start stinging in this manner. I just want, before we finish, I show you something here at the door. I'm not going to enter. I just want to show you something here so that you may be able to do the right thing. This is my litter here. Let me try to push it. This is my litter here. as you can see, this is the litter which we have now in the poultry house. You can see it's very much dry, even the same, even now in the poultry house. It is completely dry in this manner to prevent now it bringing some diseases now in this poultry farm. We are ensuring that this litter, each and every time, it is completely dry before we even enter into the poultry house. The next thing we have also done, let me close the door, most forgetting that these birds are going to come out. The next thing you normally look at the litter is on how you are going to dispose this litter. And I want to show you where we normally dispose our litter so that you may not be able to make a slight mistake when it comes now to the disposal. This is where we normally have our litter, but we normally sell it to different farmers, to the crop farmers, many times, so we don't have it here most of the times. We normally dispose it here, but we normally sell it each and every time so that farmers can be able to plant with it and make a kill. And I just want to show you the magic of this manure. It is here now on this my neighbor's farm. You can see how the maize looks here, and you can look even on the farthest end over there where there is no this kind of maize. You see now how it works magic. So these are the most basic mistakes every beginner farmer makes. And I don't want you to make a mistake, guys. Make sure you do the right thing. You can call us and we'll be glad to assist you on how you are going to come out with a poultry farm and on how you are going to do everything in the right manner. I want to appreciate you guys for your time and keep in touch so that you may not be able to make a mistake. Let's guys meet in the next video, and I'm so glad to serve you and assist you launch your poultry farm. My number is +254 717 213 083. Let's meet on the next video, guys.